morning all from wherever you are joining. We have been covering the fundamentals of yoga. The foundation of yoga is yama and niyama. The Ashtanga yoga is built on 7 stages. The foundation is called as yama and niyama. Yama, we have been covering yama and niyama. Each of them have 5 components. Yama has 5 components: Ahimsa, Satya, Asteya, Brahmacharya, Aparigraha. Niyama 5: Shaucha, Santosha, Tapa, Swadhyaya, Ishvara Pranidhana. In the foundation Yama we have been elaborately covering. Ahimsa is called as Ahimsa hi Paramo Dharmaha. All the virtues, the foundation of all values are contained in Ahimsa. If you are established in Ahimsa, you are established in all dharmas. Last week I touched upon in Mahabharata it talks about Dharmo Rakshati Rakshitaha. Since Ahimsa is the foundation of all dharmas, Ahimso Rakshati Rakshitaha. One who abides by Ahimsa, that alone protects that person. The Ahimsa means not to be living as a burden for others, and Ahimsa means you should not be a burden for yourself nor burden for others. Your life, you should lead a life such a way that you are not a nuisance for yourself and you are not a nuisance for others. And every vehicle when you buy, manufacturer gives the specs how to run the vehicle so that you won't be you are covered under warranty. Suppose you buy a car, it is a electric car, you buy an electric car, your power supply, whatever they say, you can't put 440 volts into electric car. Or if you are a petrol engine car, you can't put a diesel. There is a manufacturer's advice. If you don't follow that one, if you think I will put whatever fuel I want, the warranty is void. So is this body has a manufacturer's recommendation. Why? How you have to lead, otherwise you are no longer covered under warranty. How to get maximum out of this warranty? It talks about our human design itself, our body design, our alimentary canal. Our alimentary canal from our mouth to our excretory organ, it is about 30 feet long. 30 feet. Our small intestine is about 22 feet long. Our large intestine is about 5 feet long. Our intestine is so convoluted, and the food what we are eating, ideally food should get digested within 3 to 4 hours. If the food is not getting digested within 3 to 4 hours, that means that is causing lot of digestive disorder, acidity, gastric indigestion, bloating, stomach bloating. The food is a easily digestible food we have to eat. If you are resorting to meat, it takes up to 2 days to digest. 2 days to digest meat. And when it is staying for such a long time, it is nothing but an invitation for many ailments. The food what we are eaten, it should get digested within 3 hours. For example, in the animals, intestine is not convoluted. It is straight through. For example, if you have a greyhound dog, the alimentary canal is about 2 to 3 feet long. It is only 2 to 3 feet long, and even the animals, dogs eat meat, it stays in the stomach for about 6 to 8 hours. 6 to 8 hours and it is pushed out. For us, if you are eating meat, it stays for that long, resulting in various physiological and psychological condition. The physiological and psychological condition, food should be the easily digestible. We invest lot of time in preparing the food, and the stomach is called as a furnace. This is a digester, furnace, and we spend so much of time in preparing the food, and we shovel it inside the digester, and so much of time is taken in digesting, so much of energy has gone in digesting, and we spend so much of time in going to a dining, looking for a restaurant so far. So much of time is spent, time and energy, preparing so much time and energy, and going to a restaurant, time and energy, putting the food, so much of time and energy has gone in, and so much of time and energy required to push the food out. The so much of energy, they say in the medical science, about about 15 to 30% of our energy is spent in the digestive system. And people say they don't have energy. So much of energy has gone in the, if you are eating a heavy food, meat food, so much of energy, instead of going up, instead of illumining your mind, it has gone into your digestive system. Time is spent only on digestion. Nothing gets done in your life, only in a stomach. Your mind has to be illumined. Food should be easily digestible. If it is staying, it is you are spending so much of time onto your stomach. And our meat eating, United Nations also, they are talking about major reason for now the global warming is no more a myth. It is a reality. Most of the countries are affected. All the countries, not most, everyone is affected by the global warming. About 30% of the global warming is resulting from meat consumption. In the name of producing the meat, so much of deforestation and converting into a pasture land, and meat consumption is accounting for 30% or more of the global warming. We all can contribute towards preventing the global warming by staying away from meat. It is our contribution. The meat eaters' carbon footprint is so big. It takes years to decades to neutralize the carbon footprint. From the sustainability point of view, also eating meat is not recommended. It's not sustainable. And the third point, our molar system, our design, our molar system, the meat-eating animals, carnivorous animals, molar system, the canine teeth is very sharp. Whereas our canine teeth is not designed for eating meat. It's a canine, very sharp for the carnivorous. It is very smooth. Our molar system also is not designed for that one. Molar system is not designed. Our intestinal gut system is not designed for that one. From the global macro perspective, it is not sustainable. And it is not sustainable. And this digester, whatever food we put it into the digester, it gets converted into energy. It converts into energy. All food doesn't give same type of energy. If you put into the fire, everything doesn't give out the same. For example, in the we do the oven, we say put ghee. Though it goes into the fire, you don't put a kerosene. into heaven. There is, because every fuel gives a different type of energy. The sattvic food, the right food gives out the energy, it goes into your mind. The tamasic food, meat and other, it is created out of so much of the violence has gone behind preparing the meat, that energy again comes out and affects our psychology. It is only that type of food we put, accordingly the energy is created. Jaisa an, aisa man, you are what you eat. Be mindful of what you are eating, because the food, what you are eating, it is affecting your mind. Be mindful, you have to not to think only on the taste buds, beyond that one type of food what you are eating, and it will affect your mind. Be mindful of what you are eating. Shri Krishna in Bhagavad Gita talks about Ayus Sattvam Bala Rogyam Sukha Priti Vivardhanaha Rasya Snigdha Stira Hridya Ahara Satvika Priya. You should resort to the type of food. It's a sattvic, good, not produced not out of violence. No violence is involved in preparing the food. Sattvic food, Ayus Sattvam, which enhances your lifespan, illumines your mind, makes your mind very sharp, creative, and you are becoming very creative. Ayus Sattvam Bala Rogyam increases your strength, vitality, health, lifespan. That type of food, you resort to that one. You should be mindful that food you are eaten, it is not created out of violence. You haven't, last week I mentioned, when you go to a abattoir, you see so much of violence in a abattoir. The job employee attrition is very high, and nobody is talking about that one. They don't stay long. Mental health problem for the butchers is so high in the abattoirs. So much of psychological problem. Looking at the blood and seeing the animals' eyes before they die, so much of violence, the mental health problem is rampant. The global war, violence, it is one of the reasons. Meat consumption has also gone up. Global instability also has gone up. The violence, the Ahimsa is talking about you are not becoming a doormat. Ahimsa is not saying that you are becoming a doormat. Ahimsa, you get out of strength. The Ukrainian president recently, he was saying that the peace can be gotten only by you becoming strong. The president Zelensky, he was saying that peace can be gotten only by you becoming strong. If you are becoming very weak, everyone will exploit you. Ahimsa means not becoming passive. If you are very weak, everyone is there to exploit. Ahimsa means you have to become strong. To become a strong, we need from childhood, we need a role model. Role model, such a brilliant role model we have. If a role model is a very weak person, very ordinary person, and we also become very weak. The children, they need a role model, ideal role model, such a role model. It infuses so much of energy in us. That today is Shri Ramanavami. Lord Rama is adored across in many countries because an ideal role model. He was the ideal son, ideal brother, ideal friend, ideal king, ideal husband, ideal in every way, perfect in every way. Lord Rama, he was established in Ahimsa. Because of he established in Ahimsa, they call his rulership was Rama Rajya. Even the current politicians, they talk about Rama Rajya. We want to have the simulate Rama Rajya, no war. All the subjects lived happily. because he was established in Ahimsa. Ahimsa and Lord Rama was Satya. He abided by Satya truth. He to fulfill father's promise. 14 years he went into exile. Many temptations came to come to our kingdom. Even Kishkinda, Sugriva invited him to kingdom, or Vibhishana invited him to Lanka. He said, I have given a promise, I won't enter even a village. That is the promise I have given to Father. Satya, you are established in Satya. Ahimsa, Satya, Asteya, not interested in taking which did not belong to him. And Kaikeyi wanted the rulership to Bharata. Though offered it back by Bharata, Rama said, it is not mine. I don't want to take it. I have given a promise. Asteya, Brahmacharya. So, Tejasvi and Brahmacharya, he was married only to Sita at that time. Kings used to have many wives. Dasharatha had around 350 wives. But he said Brahmacharya Palana, he was loyal to Sita Devi. Brahmacharya, Aparigraha, Lord Shri Rama always cared about his subjects. He never put his interest ahead of others. Aparigraha. And Shaucha, purity, contemplating on Lord Shri Rama purifies even the most sinner, the sinnest person. Sages contemplate on him to purify themselves. Shaucha, Santosha, Rama means happy. Rama means bliss. He is a personification of happiness. It's a personification of bliss. Tapas, he is an embodiment of tapas. Even the great sages do the tapas contemplating on him. He gives the stamina to great sages. Tapa, Swadhyaya, contemplating on Ramayana, contemplating on the Rama's life. The Swadhyaya, inner purification happens. And Ishvara Pranidhana, surrendering to Lord Shri Rama, one realizes the purpose in life. Ahimsa means you have to have a role model, perfect role model, and abide by that one. You become very strong in your life. Ahimsa means you are not becoming weak. Ahimsa, you have to got to be gotten through strength. When you are so strong, established in Ahimsa, you are protected from all sides. Lie down on your back.